What's up, YouTube? So this is Marvin the Martian Johnson, aka Magnificent in the Trap, aka Magnificent on the Track. And I want to talk to you today about a second stream of income, not just your everyday 9 to 5 working, but extra ways to make money, extra ways to make cash, because it's so hard to make money in America nowadays. And I found this out because I have a lot of different hustles. My first job was originally a property management. So I have multiple income from multiple properties, from multiple property units. Say what we would do is we would buy a house, and I have a partner with this. My partner goes in with me, so he's the money behind it, and I have the idea, the vision, and he backs my ideas basically. So what we do, we get a house. Say the house may cost $450,000. Just throwing a number out there. And what we'll do is, if it's a 4-bedroom house, what we'll do, we'll take the common areas, such as the living room. We'll take the living room. We might make that 2 more bedrooms. We'll take the garage. We'll make that a nice big bedroom. So we're gonna turn a 4-bedroom to a 7-bedroom. Now, the mortgage, a lot of times on a house, probably around 23 to 2,700, basically, for the most part. So now we have 7 rooms. We're taking those 7 rooms, and we're charging anywhere from $650 to $850, depending on the size of the room. You know, depending on, you know, the situation. We work with people too. We have a different model from just, say, regular traditional management properties. Say we don't do security deposit, the last month's rent and the first month rent all at one time, because that's devastating to people. You know, who can afford all that at one time, especially if you're trying to get on your feet. Or most of the working people don't have enough money to be able to pay you the first month's, the last month, a security deposit, the application fee. Most people don't have that. So what we did, we tried to make it so that actually people, it can help actual people, and we don't do the last month. We do the first month rent, and we do a moving fee. Normally the moving fee would be pretty much a half of what the rent is. So if it's $850 rent, the moving fee is like $425, somewhere $500. But it's a one-time fee. Instead of you having to do, and it's a non-refundable fee also. That's important too. You gotta let people know that it's non-refundable fee, because most people automatically say security deposit. And security deposit is something different. A fee is something different also. So a security deposit, by law, you have to give back. A fee is a charge that you're not required to give back. So you guys take note on that too. So anyway, back to the numbers of thing, and getting to the money. So at $850 a room, we're gonna charge $425 the moving fee. So $1,250 total to move in, as opposed to the first month's, the last month's security deposit, and some people still may charge a fee to move in. You know, so we try to work with people. And the reason I got that idea is because in Oregon here, these are my Oregon colors. Even though it's Marvin the Martian, these are my Oregon colors. I'm out in Oregon, Medford, Oregon. And right now, it's really, Medford is a small place. It's a small town. You know, it's not people out there with grindability like that. Matter of fact, it's only one strip club out here. You know, so it's not like everybody is really, it's like a Mayberry town. It's not like everybody's really getting to the money and everybody have hustle and second stream income. It's only a few people that really are making money out here. And this was a great way to make money, because it was a fire that burned down half the towns. So a lot of people were staying in hotels, and their hotel room was ridiculous. I'm talking about prices from anywhere from $2,600 a month to $3,500 a month, you know. And with that being said, it was a lot of people. FEMA was taking care of them and helping them out, and then FEMA ran out. So with that being said, a lot of people was out, and they didn't know how they was gonna make it. They didn't know what they was gonna do. They didn't know how. I mean, their world was destroyed because of these fires, and they was misplaced and displaced. So I came up with the idea of renting these rooms out, and I told my guy, who was my financial backer, and I told him like, hey, you know, I got all your rooms rented out over here. The fires in town, you know, the fire that burned down the whole talent area out here, and people would ask me about rooms like crazy. They stuck in these hotels. And, you know, I told him like, hey, you know, you probably need to do what made you money in the first place. And, you know, I'm right here to help you out. You know, he thought about that. And 2 days later, he got back to me. He said, hey, you know, Magnificent, I thought about that. I thought about it. And I got approved for 7 houses. I said, what? He's like, yeah, and I want you to run all of them. I was like, okay. I was just thinking about one. But okay, cool. You know, so it was like a pleasant surprise. But we actually got 4 of them, and we got beat out on 3 of them. We got outbidded on one. One of them just didn't go through, and one of them we decided not, because at the end they wanted too much money to. They tried to slip in some extra clauses that you have to pay for this right here, and they wasn't gonna pay, so it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out for those. But the other ones we did, I think we got 4 of them, and most of them, we turned one into an 8-bedroom from a 4-bedroom. So it's listed as on the registry, the county registry, as an 8-bedroom home now. And it's legal for us to rent out rooms, and you know, so we do it like that, and it works out. It works out for everybody, because everybody's under the understanding that, hey, you know, we need this. You know, this is really helping us out at the end of the day. And you know, that would be my first income streaming. You know, so that's what got me into. That's what got me started. And when I shine, I like to shine. You know, it's really been profiting for me. I've been doing this for 4 years, just strictly property management. I've been doing it for 4 years. And what I have to do is I have to go to court. When it's time to go to court and do an eviction, my first 2 years, I did all the court cases. I had to talk to the judges. I had to talk to the sheriffs. I had to file the evictions. I can honestly say I went up to like 27-0. I was really motivated. This was really my thing. I was really getting to the bag. And I didn't want nobody else to try to take that from me, or nobody else to undercut me in any type of way. So I wanted to know the ins and outs of the business. I want to know exactly what I had to go through. And unfortunately for me, I told you I was 27-0, but my 28th eviction, I ran into the judge. I ran into a problem with the judge. So the judge, he, you know, I was cocky and confident. And then I was for sure I was going to win my 28th one, my 28th case. And the people didn't show up, so I knew I had it in the bag. So when the judge calls me and says, are the people here today? And I say, no, Your Honor, they're not here. So I'm looking for a dismissal of the case. And I said, Your Honor, the guy is no longer in the place. He's no longer in the apartment. So I moved to have this case dismissed. Your Honor says, well, I don't know about all that, and let me call his lawyer. So right there, it took a little twist, you see what I'm saying? Because if they're not there, I'm supposed to win the case, hands down. So he calls the lawyer and says, well, I have Mr. Parker here, and he says that your tenant is out. And the lawyer says, I never talked to the tenant. I'm not sure if he's out or not. So, you know, I want to go to trial. I'm like, what? I told you the tenant is out. I have no reason to lie about this. So when I went to trial, I went to trial on 0 with this guy owing me $2,000. I left out of trial negative $2,000 owing that lawyer because of the judge. So from that lesson, I said, okay. So I got me a lawyer. So, and I never ran into that problem again once I corrected it with the lawyer. And my financial backer, he backed me at all time. There's a funny story about this one. because my financial backer said, no, well, this lawyer is not right. So I'll basically pay you to not pay him. It was something I never heard of in my life, but it happened. So basically, that was a blessing in disguise. And you know, so we went on from that, and we learned from that. And now we have a great lawyer on our team. I'm at Magnificent One Property Management. That is my property management name. That's where I'm at. It's registered with the IRS. I got the EIN number. I did Zen business account, and Zen helped me out with that a lot. You know, if you want to start your business, get your LLC, go through Zen Business, and they will help you out, and they will do all the things you need as far as policies and other laws and other things that you need to have you updated with the correct documents that you need. They're great. And anyway, so about the property management, so we got 3 other houses besides the one. One was in Grants Pass. One was in Talent, Oregon. One was in Grants Pass. One was in Talent, Oregon, and then we got 2 more that was in Medford. One was on Euclid, and Clark Street. So, you know, in those houses, Grants Pass, out of 3 out of 4, I'm gonna tell you 3 out of 4, one of them did not make it. Grants Pass, it was so far out that it was hard to really tend to that the way and stay up on that one the way I want to. It had maybe about 45 miles from the actual place where I was working, so I had to go out there and kind of tend to tenants. Now, you know, with that being so far out, you can't tend to tenants every need to go out there and see what's going on. And with that being said, those tenants was they wasn't appreciative towards the situation. They was more leaning towards like moving cameras around and, you know, not really taking out the trash and having company over, you know. So it's like little stuff like that really at the end we wound up selling that whole house and shutting that whole thing down. And it was crazy because you know, we try to look out for everybody at that time. Like I said, we was trying to look out for everybody and pretty much help people. And not only were we helping people, we'd go to like stuff like UCAN and Access. So what UCAN and Access does, what they do is they help tenants to pay rent. So I was finding programs to help the tenants that I was getting in, to help them pay rent, to actually get in. So, and why wouldn't I go above and beyond to help somebody pay rent to pay me? It just makes sense. It just makes more sense like that. And that's why I'm a partner in the business and not so just as the manager. I'm more, that's why I have a partner, because of things like that. I will help the tenants to go actually, you know, go to Access and take the time to fill out the paperwork with them and take the time to say, hey, this is the deposit, this is what they the moving fee, this is the moving fee, and this is how much they pay, this, you know, and go through the time and take the time to get that person helped out. And if somebody's on back rent, Access will also help them pay up to the rent that they was behind. So that was another out. So if somebody's 3 months behind on rent, I go to Access and say, hey, yeah, this person is 3 months behind on rent with this month coming up. So they're close to 4 months behind on rent. Could you help them? And then once they say yeah, they help them and accept them, then it's all there. That's it. It's just that simple right here. And a lot of people don't have programs like that. A lot of people don't take advantage of that. And a lot of property management won't know or won't help you with that. That's something you have to look on into your own. And I'm pretty sure each state has a little help, you know, communal help. And you guys should look into that, because there's a lot of areas. There's a lot of areas, there's a lot of businesses, and there's a lot of loopholes that really help people with rent. And if you guys look into them, I know some domestic abuse cases where they help victims that's been abused, like females. And if you have kids, they help you with that. They help you pay your rent on that. Access help with the lights. St. Vincent de Paul help with lights and clothes and rent. So, you know, it's a lot of things that you can do. It's a lot of things that I learned just coming up in this business and doing this business right. It's been like very profitable. As you can see, it's been inspiration. It's been a lot of help, and you know, and I'm pretty sure people have been appreciative to it, because people tell me, Frankie, man, thank you. They tell me thank you. If it wasn't for you, I would be sleeping in my car. I would be homeless. Or had people say, I don't know what I was gonna do. I was gonna have to sleep in the park. Because so hard for people right now. It's so hard for people to get in these places. It's so hard for management to trust people, and I kind of see where the difference is. You know, I have to look at it from both sides. I have to kind of play the devil's advocate on some things, because you have to look at it like, okay, so my business partner, he wants to raise the rent on people, because he's always been a landlord. He's always been the person in charge with the money. He's always been that. Then I have some tenants right here. They don't really have it like that. They pay every month. They pay faithfully every month. But a $50 to $75 increase on them would devastate them. That might be the difference from them being able to stay in the program or them being able to fall off. Where to him, I have to tell him, like, look, that $50 that you trying to impose on this person is, at the end of the day, it's not going to really affect you like that, but it devastates this person. So I have to play the middleman in that, you know, and at the same time, you have tenants that want their rent to be $200, $250, when a room is actually, you know, is worth $600-700. You know, so at that point, I got to say, no, it can't be $250. Nobody's going to give you a room for $250. That's ridiculous, and you know it. So I'll come and say, okay, what I can do is $475. I think $475 is fair, and I'll talk to my partner and see if that's good, and then, you know, we go from there. So I have to play the happy medium when it comes to tenant and owner relationship, because there's a big disconnect. The owner is not really in tune with, you know, the lower people. The higher people is not in tune with the lower people, and the lower people is definitely not in tune with the higher people. So there I go, play the middleman, you know, and being that I am in the middle, I see a lot of areas that can help both, and that's what it all works out for me, you know, because, you know, being that I can see that, you know, okay, well, I can help this person out here in this area with this right here, and it all goes to him. So he's paid, they're paid, I get my check, and I'm paid. Okay, so, and with my check with this business, and I'm just talking about this hustle right here, this first job. You know, I'll have many more to come. I have side hustles and second gigs for you, you know, so you can be out there. You know, it's not all about selling drugs. And I hated that somebody said, oh, I see you with your chains and your gold on. You look like you sell drugs. No, I don't sell drugs. No, I don't have to sell drugs. Matter of fact, I won't sell drugs. You know, that's not what I'm going to do. I don't have to. You know, I'm way past that position. I can rely on my hustle and get through this struggle at any time. And I want to let you guys know that you can too. You know, so I want to give you some tips, you know, some tricks and some game, so you can be aware about what's going on. And I don't want you to give up, because it seems like out there at times that, you know, it's no way to really make money. It's no way to really win. But let me tell you that it is. Somebody believed in me. I had to get my vision out there. I had to put my vision out there. And somebody actually believed in that vision. You know, they invested in me. And at the end, and when it's all said and done, it really worked out for them and me. And not only for them and me, it worked out for the people that we're helping, you know. So it actually was a win-win-win situation. You know, and being that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing when everybody wins in a situation, you know. And I'm gonna continue to do it, you know. And I'm gonna continue to bring you guys more content, and I'm gonna continue to bring you guys stuff so that you can see, you know, that it is a way to make money out here. You know, don't let nobody get you down. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. You know, I'm gonna show you guys, you know, like I said, later on, I'm gonna show you guys way more. There's way more ways to get money. I'm gonna show you how we ball. I'm gonna show you how I'm doing it. And I really hope you guys like this content, and I'll be coming at you with way more. Thank you, guys.